In the virtual streaming world, musical theater-based offenses are considered especially heinous. From the West Village, these dedicated pianists who investigate these vicious felonies are members of an elite squad known as Marie's Crisis. These are their stories. Whoop, whoop.
They're creepy and they're kooky, they're and spooky. They're all together rookie, the Addams Family. Their house is a museum when people come to see them. They really are a scream, the Addams Family. Neat, sweet, petite, so get a witch's shawl on, a broomstick you can crawl on. We're gonna pay a call on the Addams Family. TV theme songs. I'm just gonna do a couple. John mentioned them and I like them, so I'm just gonna do like 3 of my favorites. A lot of people have favorites. This happens at the bar a lot. They're like, do this, and I just don't know it. I'm very specific to the ones I have in a book. I like them all, but I can't play them all. That's all. This is one of my favorites. Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name. And they're always glad you came. You want to be where you can see troubles are all the same. You want to be where everybody knows your name. You want to go where people know people are all the same. You want to go where everybody knows your name. Our B flat's out. Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name. And they're always glad you came. You want to be where you can see troubles are all the same. You want to be where everybody knows your name. You want to go where people know people are all the same. You want to go where everybody knows your name. Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party, invited everyone you knew, you would see the biggest gift will be from me. And the card attached would say, thank you for being a friend. And also with you. Hi, Anne-Marie. Long time no see. Anne-Marie, I hope you saw my new pajamas. I thought of you when I bought them. That's all. Hi, everyone. It's 6 o'clock on a Sunday. Thank you for being here. I was going to say instead of, but maybe you can do both because technology. There is a sports ball game going on that I don't know about. Who's singing at the sports ball game?
I don't know.
Is it The Weeknd? Is The Weeknd singing or
Yes.
performing? He's fun. And who's doing the national anthem? And do they do God Bless America or something too?
They're doing Lift Every Voice and Sing and the Stars Make a Man.
Yeah, they are. Who's singing Lift Every Voice?
I don't know. I'm trying to find out now.
Anyway, what music is happening is show tunes here in Maurice Group. So thank you. Hi, Emily. Welcome back. Also, those PJs, I found them on Amazon for like $20, are the most comfortable. I asked Kenny if he wanted a pair of Star Trek pajamas too, but he said if he wants Star Trek anything, he wants a Counselor Troy jumpsuit. And I'm having a hard time finding one of those. Anne Marie, perhaps you know where we could get one in a size for Kenny. I found lots of like her little skirt uniform.
No, I want the sleek purple thing.
But you all can't handle Kenny's legs in a short skirt because they're fabulous. Anyway, they're very comfy. I've worn them for 2 days straight. Jasmine Sullivan and Eric Church are doing the national anthem. Her is doing America the Beautiful. I don't know any of those people. I'm so bad at pop culture. One of our recent Crisis Connection guests, Bridget Kelly, is a big pop culture fan. She's doing this game on her Instagram where she like gives you a common name and then everyone tells you a celebrity that you think. Like if I said Michael, you'd say Strahan or Jay or whatever, or Douglas or Jackson. Hey, and then she compiles them and see what everybody thinks of it. And she's always like some random thing. But I did it today. And I'm like, because the Insta and the TikTok are, I'm not saying there's a generational divide, but I am saying that. I'm like, the young people are not going to know any of the people that I'm talking about, and I'm definitely not going to know any of the people they pick. Anyway, I'm excited to see the answers. Welcome back to Super Owl Supersize Sunday. It's a lot of S's. You know what Sunday is. That means that I'm playing here till 7. We all just watched Yvette's video where she sang 50%, one of my favorite songs from the show tune canon, and one of my favorite things that Yvette does. I play till 7. Dan Daly starts right at 7 o'clock. Stick around and watch Dan Daly. You'll know how amazing he is. Yvette comes back to sing a song at 8. Ricky Duarte joins Dan at 9 o'clock for a song. And then that's our Sunday. Of course, it's Sunday, so my favorite part of the Marie's stream is our segment called Marie's Crisis Connection. So we've had 2 already. Thank you, Kristen and John, for joining us. Our 3rd Crisis Connection tonight. You all know him either from real life or from our virtual piano bar here is Barnaby Edwards, and it'll be great to have Barnaby join us. I can't wait. That's funny, Emily. Thank you for saying sports ball. Oh, yes, Anne-Marie, while we're talking about people, just don't forget that Yvette now has a new podcast that is both visual every Wednesday at 7. You can watch it on Facebook. The Facebook group is called They Said Wha? WHA. And then it's also available on iTunes if you want to listen audibly. Not to toot their horn, but it's a fabulous podcast about current events and entertainment and social political climate. And they have a kick-ass theme song, and it goes like this. It's really good. I listen because I'm in the house, but I also learn a lot. I know, Anne-Marie, you've joined in. I know Kaylin has joined in to comment. They take questions, they follow live comments, and they, in addition to what they plan ahead of time, they talk about subjects you want to talk about. Let's get going some show tunes. I take requests, as always. I take requests and I judge them. Just kidding. I didn't plan much outside of my TV show medley, so I'm going to pick what's on the page and see what I can come up with. Oh, this is fun. Let's do a song from this. I call this It's Hard Out Here for a Pippin. What's that? Oh, worries. Don't right track. Let's do some Pippin songs. Why not? Maybe I'll do right track. It's very hard, though. Maybe I won't. It's a lot of playing and counting. I've been counting a lot today. Lay down tracks for my students. But we'll start with this big sing-along one. This is Pimpin'. When you are as old as I, my dear. Yes, Kaylin, I will. I certainly will. And I hope that you never are. You will woefully wonder why, my dear, through your cataracts and catarrh, you could squander away or sequester the drop of a precious year. And when your best days are yester, the rest are twice as dear. What good is a field on a fine summer night if you sit all alone with the weeds? Or a succulent pear with each juicy bite you set out your teeth with the seeds. Before it's too late, stop trying to wait for fortune and fate you're secure of. For there's one thing to be sure of, mate. There's nothing to be sure of. Oh, it's time to start living. Time to take a little from the time we're given. Time to take time, for spring will turn to fall in just no time at all. I never wondered if I was afraid when there was a challenge to take. I never thought about how much I weighed when there was still one piece of cake. It was my birthday on Wednesday, and I got 3 cakes, both in person and in the mail. But I will finish them all before they go bad. Maybe it's meant the hours I've spent feeling broken and bent and unwell. But there's no cure so heaven sent as a chance to raise some hell. Oh, it's time to start living. Time to take a little from the world we're given. Time to take time, for spring will turn to fall in just no time at all. When the drearies do attack and a siege of the sads begin, I throw these regal shoulders back and I lift those noble chins. Now give me a man who's handsome and strong, someone who's stalwart and steady. Give me a night that's romantic and long, and give me a month to get ready. Boy, I could waylay some aging roue and persuade him to play in some cranny. But it's hard to believe I'm being led astray by some man who calls me granny. Oh, it's time to start living. Time to take a little from the world we're given. Time to take time, for spring will turn to fall, won't it? In just no time at all. Sages tweet that age is sweet, that good deeds and good works earn you laurels. But what could make you feel more obsolete than being noted for your morals? Here's a secret I've never told. Maybe you'll understand why, but I believe if I refuse to grow old, I can be young till I die. Now I know the fears of 66 years. I've had troubles and tears by the score, but the only thing I trade 'em for is 67 more. Oh, it's time to keep living. Time to keep taking from this world I'm given. You are my time, so I'll throw off my shawl. And watching your flings be flung all over makes me feel young all over in just no time at all. What a good tune. Oh, thanks, Anne Marie. I enjoy that shoot. I think it's long. I think it gets tired, but the words are fantastic. As you're getting older, you start appreciating different things. Yeah, the butterfly box was so great. That was my third cake. Kenny sent me that. It was really fun. And what's great is once you figure out how it works, you can reset it. Now, if I was going to a party or we were having people over, I'd reset it to show them, but we saw it. But it's so pretty. Now the flowers were scented and the butterflies were rainbow. It's on my personal page if you guys don't know what we're talking about. But I don't want to throw any of it away. I don't know. I really liked it. I like things like that. Like things that are normal in everyday lives that get a little kick. Good talk, Adam. All right, we're going to do She Used to Be Mine for Kaylin. And then it's going to be time for a Crisis Connection. What? I'm going to try to sing this. You all know I ain't got no voice. I'm going to try to sing that. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
It's not simple to say. In most days, I don't recognize me. That these shoes and this apron, the place and its patrons have taken more than I gave them.
Hi, Catherine.
It's not easy to know I'm not anything I used to be, although it's true.
I was never.
Attention, sweet center, I still remember that girl. She's imperfect, but she tries. She is good, but she lies. She is hard on herself. She is broken and won't ask for help. She is messy, but she's kind. She is lonely most of the time. She's all of this mixed up and baked in a beautiful lie. She is gone, but she used to be mine. And it's not what I asked for. Sometimes life just slips in through a back door. It grows out a person and makes you believe it's all true. And now I've got you, and you're not what I asked for. If I'm honest, I know I would give it all back for a chance to start over, rewrite an ending or two. For the girl that I knew was reckless just enough, who gets hurt, but who learns how to toughen up when she's bruised and gets used by a man who can't love. And then she'll get stuck and be scared of the life that's inside her, growing stronger each day, till it finally reminds her to fight just a little, to bring back the fire in her eyes that's been gone, but used to be mine. It used to be mine. She is messy, but she's kind. She is lonely most of the time. She is all of this mixed up and baked in a beautiful pie. She is gone, but she used to be mine.
She's gone. But she used to be here and was mine.
I'm out.
Not in a possessive way, in a way that she was part of my life. Anyway, yeah, Anne-Marie, it's fun, right, to hear different versions of songs. There are songs I definitely don't like, or think I don't like, because I know we're recording, and I either play them or hear a different version or accompany somebody that I was like, oh, that's my new favorite song. Hi, Catherine. Welcome back. I was going to ask you, I did a song for Pippin earlier. I was like, isn't that open back down under? Did you go see Pippin? Did you go see Frozen? I forget. Anyway, guys, you know what time it is. You know him from the comment section. You know him from real life. You know him for helping Kenny on a lot of... What did he do for you? Didn't he make lists for you or something this summer?
He made my birthday list.
Yeah. And he's our newest guest. Our newest guest for my favorite segment, Marie's
Crisis Connection.
Barnaby, hi.
Hi, Adam.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay. Are you watching the Super Bowl?
The what? The sports
Super Bowl
thing? The Superbiality thing? No, probably not.
That's fair. It's funny. I wasn't going to get into this, but if any of you have noticed, I haven't any sort of cis straight men on this. And I was like, today's the day, and I decided on Barnaby and John because they're family. I was like, oh, the biggest sports day of the year. The straight guys come in, and neither of them care.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to say that sports people aren't smart, because sports people are smart. But you're both intelligent, empathetic human beings who care about art and culture. Blah, blah. That's all I'll say. So thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
The other thing that's fun is you are in New York, right?
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if people who only know you from the virtual world are surprised at your accent.
I don't know, are they? You can see the comments.
But you're not from New York originally, are you?
No, I'm not. I'm from just south of London. I grew up there. I spent less than half my life there now.
Oh, wow.
I've been here over 20 years, yeah. And I have to say that my 13-year-old self is very impressed that, I live a block from Broadway.
Yeah. That's pretty special. Barnaby's also... I think I mentioned this months ago when Brian Torpy, who's an employee here, but you're also the only person who has seen us, at least Kenny and I, on every continent that Marie's Crisis has played on.
Yes, I have. That's one of my favorite times ever. Is so Kenny and Adam were playing Down Under in Sydney the first time, or maybe it was the second time, and I knew that I had a work trip that was going to overlap with that, and I didn't tell you.
Yeah.
And Kenny was playing. And I basically just walked by the piano, dropped the money in the bar in the bowl, and said, "Hey, you'll never get away from me."
That's funny. I remember that night because it was I think it was our second trip. It was the hottest trip it had ever been, and I was just soaked in sweat in this bar and drunk off my ass, and I was like, I almost started crying. I was like, "Oh my God!"
It was a pretty good gag.
It was thrilling because you had to have known for weeks or months.
Yep. And I really wanted to tell you, and I really wanted to tell people, and I didn't tell anybody just in case the two of you found out.
That's so... Yeah, you can't tell, especially in a Marie's people, because we'll find out in 3 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
And then were you there when we were there in London as well?
I think so, yeah.
I think so. I remember. But part of me was like, we're going to London. I bet Barnaby's going to show up.
It wasn't as big a surprise, though, that time.
Yeah, well, you surprised us on the other side of the planet, so, it's hard to top that.
Yeah.
How long have you... The three of you I had today are all like, oh, Barnaby, he's been there forever. But you haven't been a regular at Marie's forever. Like, when did you start coming on the regular?
2008, 2009 was the first time I was... Maybe 2007, but not really on a regular basis, and then sort of around 2010, so about 10, 11 years. Started coming a lot more frequently. I was first brought in by a friend of mine in the Doctor Who community, because, we're all nerds, Adam, who adored Dexter. And so he dragged me down there probably, I want to say 2007 or maybe very early 2008, dragged me down there a few times because he enjoyed watching Dexter play Saturday nights. I think he enjoyed his physique as much as his playing.
He has big arms.
Yes.
That's funny because I started in 2008, I think, right? October 2008. So we've like been there the same amount of time, and it's never gotten better.
Exactly. Never will.
Now you're this is the one I'm the random questions I ask people, but you're very versed in the theater. You produce theater as well as write and like go to a lot. So my sort of standard Marie's question for you is, what's the song specifically, but show that you wish more people knew that we could do as groups there, that it doesn't get done enough because not enough people know it?
Oh, I mean, I always want to do more City of Angels. I mean, we do get to do some of it, but we could do the whole show every night as far as I'm concerned.
You're on the right day for this. I know Emily Chen loves that, and a few other people on Sundays love that show. I didn't know that show as well as I should. I knew it because, small weird fact, my sophomore year of high school, we did a City of Angels set for my marching band for the football team. Random. And so I knew but I didn't know the words. I knew ba-da-da-bow, ba-da-da-bow, because I do the, Kenny loves it. So actually during the pandemic, we've done more of it, I think, on the virtual Marie's group than we do in real life. And I've gotten to really love it. I hope when we get back to real life, we can do more of it.
I'm here for that.
I bet. Well, we've also found a lot of people know it, but a lot of individuals know it, not groups of people. So you have to have the right combo.
Yeah, I mean, I've been slowly getting the bar doing Nothing Without Me a lot more, and I've got like 3 or 4 people that I do completely different renditions with at this point.
Right.
And singing it with Colin is totally different from singing it with Brooke.
I bet. Oh, does Brooke love it?
Brooke loves it too. Yeah.
It's good to know, and Colin knows that I do. See, it's all these randos we're all like family. We all know each other, but a lot of the 3 people you just said to me, including you, rarely in the same room at the same time on my shift.
We got to spread it around.
I know you don't want to give too much of a good thing. What's your favorite? I'm trying to think of what question to ask you. You're like somebody who even virtual people know that Barnaby knows the bar. What's your favorite? Well, here's a random question. What's your favorite? Nope, I can't say that. What's a favorite moment? Like a big moment, like a political moment or a social moment or a celebrity showed up or like some sort of moment like that you've been there for?
Oh, quite a few. I mean, I was there for marriage equality.
Yeah, that was pretty big deal.
That was pretty big deal. On a less positive note, I was there on Brexit night.
Were there a lot of you that came on that night?
Well, I just was there because it was a day that ended in day.
Right.
And tends to be like 4 or 5 of those a week that I tend to be at Marie's. So but I mean, the marriage equality night was amazing. And then obviously was there the day after 2016 election. So I mean, but and then we couldn't, of course, be there on November the 7th, which would have been kind of amazing.
Yeah, I sort of needed to go. That was one of those moments. I was like, that's where I would probably be. It's funny that this little bar, and I guess it's about singing because singing is so connected to emotion, but good and bad things. It's a place that a lot of people go when a good or a bad thing happens.
And especially when anything affects the family.
Yeah. Totally. Well, Barnaby's going to sing a song. This is a good segue. From a favorite musical of mine. I didn't know you know this. I never get to, my nights are sort of busy, so I miss my happy hours where I get to play stuff like this show. But Barnaby's going to do a number. I'm going to take you out, but don't go away. I want to say goodbye before we leave. Okay, see if I did this right, folks. Oh, I love this song.
I'm not one to lecture, how could I dare? Someone like me, who's been mainly nowhere, but in my experience, be as it may. You just have to love who you love. You just have to love who you love. Your common sense tells you best not begin, but your full heart cannot help plunging in, and nothing and no one can stand in your way. You just have to love who you love. You just have to love who you love. People can be hard sometimes, and their words can cut so deep. Choose the one you choose, love, and don't lose a moment's sleep. Who can tell you who to want? Who can tell you what you were destined to be? Take it from me. There's no fault in loving, no call for shame. Everyone's heart does exactly the same. And once you believe that, you'll learn how to say, I love who I love, who I love. So go out and love who you love.
Barnaby, that was so good.
Thanks, Adam.
This is a great song choice. I didn't know you did that song. And when you said, "Could I do this?" I was like, yes.
Yeah, when we had the chat outside the bar, when for the week we were open.
That's right.
I remember you saying one of the things you wanted to like do with Crisis Connection was sort of like play up the an embrace of just about anybody who walks into that bar. So it seemed like the right song.
That was a great choice. This is a great choice. Tell people what it's from, and also explain your shirt for people who don't know.
Sure. It's from The Man of No Importance, which is a Aarons and Flaherty show, guys who wrote Ragtime and Once on This Island. And the shirt was from The Inheritance, which was absolutely my favorite play of like maybe the last 4, 5, 10, 20 years, which is a retelling of Howard's End set in New York of 2015 to 2017, but also go back to the AIDS crisis, obviously, which was such a thorn in this city until 11 months ago.
Right.
I mean, it's still a thorn, but obviously,
Well, you nailed subject matter and costume and song today.
Thank you.
It's like you've been a producer.
Maybe, yeah.
Thank you for coming. I can't wait till we see each other live and in person again.
Hopefully soon, darling. Thanks for having me. Mwah.
Thank you. I love you. Bye. That's Barnaby. Isn't he great? I know you've all talked to him, and I know we've all talked and heard him talk in the comments, but it was nice to see him on in real life. He definitely came. Anne-Marie, you were there once. Came when we were open that one week, and it was great to see him in person too, masked and 6 feet away, but still be able to chat, feeling people's energies. Oh my God, that was just checking up on your comments. Good. He did a song from a Flaherty and Aarons musical, but he also mentioned City of Angels, so I'm going to do a song, I think, from each of those. From a Flaherty Aarons musical and from City of Angels. What City of Angels should I do? I don't play it very well. I can't sing the duet. My voice isn't really... Do you do anything from City, babe?
Whichever one you want to do, baby.
What's... I could do that one. What's the tennis song?
The tennis song.
It's called the... That's the title. That's le titre en français. Oui? No. I don't actually know this. You seem at home on the court.
Just say that I've played around.
Well, you don't look like the sort.
My hidden talents are bound. A competitor hasn't been learned to defeat me.
I'll bet you're a real good sport.
Shall we say the ball is in your court?
I bet you like to play rough.
I like to work up a sweat.
And you just can't get enough.
I'm good for more than one set. But I promise I'll show no remorse if you beat me.
My backhand is clearly my fort. Hey, shall we say the ball is in your court?
No one ever plays with me.
I thought your next of kin did.
My husband never plays with me. He's too easily winded.
You leave me breathless too.
Wait till our match is through.
I may like form and finesse, but I'll warm up in a jiff.
It's not exciting unless the competition is stiff.
Oh, I think I understand your racket. I'm not in your league.
But you can hack it.
The game commences with love.
Well, I think love is a bore.
You leave the temperature shoved.
And raise the stack a bit more.
I'm being a positive of
It's time for someone to
score. Tell me how you like to play.
on grass or clay and every day.
They're both okay.
But time is running short. Darling, let's don't dilly-dally.
Ready for that rousing rally. Shall we say the ball is in your court?
Shall we say the ball is in your court?
City of Angels, fun song. That's what I was going to do, Catherine, but I was like, oh, don't ruin the joke, Adam, but then I couldn't help myself. It's not my fort. Hey, that's exactly what I was going to do. Oh, we're two peas in a pod. Adam's like, what am I singing here? I don't know. I was reading words and notes. What's nice is, Cy Coleman can write a vamp, so once I got that part, I could read the notes to sing and the words. And then I had to do that bridge section. Ugh, but Kenny killed it. I'm going to do this song too. This is a... No, I'm not going to do that. Let's do... Oh yeah, I'm going to do that. This is a Flaherty and Aaron show I like. We're going to do the ballad because it's in my range today. Darling, I don't have the range. And it's pretty. The courage of a dreamer, the innocence of youth, the failures and the foolishness that lead us to the truth, the hopes that make us happy, the hopes that don't come true, and all the love there ever was. I see this all in you. You are part of the human heart. You are part of all who took the journey and managed to endure. The ones who knew such tenderness, the ones who felt so sure, the ones who came before you, and others yet to come. And those who you will teach it to, and those you learned it from. You are part of the human heart. You are part. This is the gift I give. Through your love, you'll live forever. 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 You are part. Tonight, part of the human heart. Yeah, my voice is low, but that's because of the damage. It'll get better. I mean, I've always had that low range, but if I sit down there too long, it's a little vocal fry. It is about us. You're part of the human heart. Friends and family of Marie's. Connection through song. Ooh, I bet that was great, Catherine. I almost just called you Leah because you wrote Leah. To hear her sing that with a full orchestra like that. I only heard her sing it on Broadway. Just kidding. Folks, it's 6:53. It means our time is almost up. Our time is almost up. I'm going to do one more tune. One of the ones I like to end with. That's all. That's one of my favorite tunes ever written. I think I'm going to change the key for myself. Thanks for joining us. Folks, I probably won't be on. I don't know. Things are in the works. Some of you, I'm sure, follow the news about New York State. So I don't know the next time I'll see you as far as from my apartment or with a Crisis Connection series. So keep updated. I will hopefully do a compilation posting of our sort of second group of people, starting with Anne and Catherine and Kylie going through Barnaby. I don't know when that'll happen. It may be on my personal page and not the Marie's group, but I think you're all friends with me. And depending on what happens with the world, we may be back. But anyway, stay tuned to the Marie's group for more music. After this, Dan Daly is on. Yvette and Ricky are going to join him and drop some video love. Make sure you check them out. It's going to be fabulous. It's going to be fabulous. In the meantime, let's do this. My favorite song ever written. When all the world is a hopeless jumble and the raindrops tumble all around, heaven opens up magically. When all the clouds darken up the skyway, there's a rainbow highway to be found, leading my dinners here from your window pane to a place behind the sun, just a step beyond the rain. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and when the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops way above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me, somewhere over the rainbow. Bluebirds fly, birds fly over the rainbow. Why can't I? If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why can't I? Thanks, everybody. I hope you have a great night. I hope I see you soon.